How do you stay safe on solo dates? Y'all be smart. I'm not going to the back alleyway by myself with something that looks janky. Like, I'm not doing it. Whether you're married, single, or somewhere in between, this conversation is for you to help you to stop feeling guilty about wanting and needing to spend time alone. So go ahead, grab your tea, grab your notes, and prepare to kiki with me. Hey girlfriends, I'm Aisha Gabriella. I'm happily married. I love my solo days and I'm leaning fully into my soft wife life. And this page is for women who want to do that same thing whether you're married or not. Today we are kicking off a new series, Questions That Need Answers, Solo Dates Edition. So I'm answering all the questions, the awkward ones, the practical ones, the ones that you might want to ask me or ask someone else but you're just too scared to ask. And so we're going to get into that today. How do you choose where to go for your solo dates? So for me, it depends on what my mood is, what's going on. Sometimes if there's an experience that I've really been wanting to do, depending on what the date is, I'll go ahead and add it to my calendar. But as of late, I've just been going with the flow. I've been doing a lot of at-home solo dates. But as we're into 2026, I plan to be more intentional with actually like putting them on my calendar. So it really just depends on what mood I'm in. Am I wanting to be nice and chill? Am I wanting to be adventurous? Am I wanting to, go turn up somewhere? So it really just depends on what my mood is for the day. Do you tell your husband where you're going every single time? Absolutely, I do. So we have our calendar that we use in our house. We have our Google Calendar. I have my events on there, or the things that I have to do in my color. He has his that he has to do in his color. We have things that we do together in one color. And then of course, like things that have to go on there are on there as well. And so we communicate and over communicate. And so if I have a planned solo day, I'm telling him what I'm doing. If I have a spontaneous solo day, I'm telling him what I'm doing. And so, yes, I do communicate and tell my husband where I'm going. And he also has the location as well. And when I get there, I'll say here, even though like the location is, he can just look on the phone. But I'll text him and say here. And then when I'm getting ready to leave, I'll text him and say I'm leaving, or I'll call and tell him about the date. So yes, I do tell him every single time. How do you stay safe on solo days? Y'all be smart. I'm not going to the back alleyway by myself with something that looks janky. Like, I'm not doing it. And so I'm going to go somewhere that's well lit. Most of the time I'm going to go to a solo date in the daytime. And if I do go at night, which is very rare, of course I'm going to over communicate with my husband. I'm going to check out the place, the reviews, the TikToks, the Instagram, the Google, all of that, ChatGPT, to tell me what to expect. And make sure that I have that information, just because I want to feel safe. I don't want to go somewhere where I'm feeling on edge, because the point of my solo dates is to help me just to kind of relax and just be and have time by myself. Do you ever feel awkward going places alone? Well, I'm an only child, and so growing up, I did a lot of things by myself. Like, I played school with my little dolls by myself, and so doing things by myself, it wasn't very difficult for me. But as far as feeling awkward when I go places, I guess it depends on where I'm going. I think what's most awkward for me is when I'm attempting to film content when I'm by myself. I don't want to look crazy because I'm trying to set up a tripod, and so that's another thing that I'm working on, just trying to just get past of what other people think if I'm shooting content, because at the end of the day, once that content starts making me money, they gonna be looking at me crazy. And so do I feel awkward? No, I don't think I feel awkward. I think it's just a matter of like getting past what other people might think of me, because I am out by myself. So what made you start taking solo dates in the first place? My husband. So I am a recovering people pleaser. I'm a giving person. I'm a selfless person. I used to always fill my time and my schedule with other people and other things to do. Just trying to make sure that I'm always there for them, and in turn learned that I was not being there for myself. And so about a year or so ago, my husband was like, you need to find a hobby. Like, you need to find what you like, what you don't like. Like, you don't always have to be with me. Like, he enjoys playing video games, and so like that's his thing. And I was like, you're right, I really don't have a hobby. So maybe I should do that. But I'm also like, I just want to be with you, like, because I love him. So he was just like, you know, you really need to do things by yourself, find out what you like, find out what you don't like. So I will say, like, he kind of pushed me into that, of course being supportive, but without him telling me that, like, no, go do your own thing, find out what you like by yourself, like, I probably wouldn't be doing my solo dates. And so that's how I got into doing the solo date. What have solo dates taught you about yourself? A lot. Solo dates have reminded me that I do like slow, I do like quiet, I do like just going with the flow. I used to think, well, I still am pretty much a planner, like, of all my friends, of all my family members, I am the planner girl. But solo dates have taught me that I can slow down. Solo dates have taught me that it's okay to just be and, like, piddle paddle around without an itinerary. Everything that doesn't have to be planned. And they have taught me and introduced me to things that I might not have tried. And so one of the things that I really enjoy, I have to get more intentional with it, is doing paint by numbers. That's one of the things that I like to do at home as a solo date. I guess it's a solo date, but it's also like a time for me to unwind and just be, because I don't know if y'all know anything about paint by numbers, but it's very meticulous. And when you're focusing on, okay, this is the number 17, let me make sure I dip my paintbrush in the number 17 so I don't mess up my picture. That takes some very good focusing and concentration. And so when I'm doing that, it allows me to just focus on the painting and not focusing on me being a wife, me being a daughter, me being a counselor, me being a friend, anything like that. So it's just time for me to just really focus on myself. Do you ever feel guilty for needing time alone? Absolutely not. I don't at all. I am a elementary counselor, and so from 7:30 in the morning to 4 o'clock most days, I am either talking or listening and extending a lot of energy on other people. And so when I get off of work, don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to hear anything. I need some time to just be. My husband knows if I'm having a bad day or if the day has been too much. I'll come in. He most of the time when he works from home, he comes to get my stuff at the door, and he goes in his man cave and he lets me be. My child Nugget, my cat, he's my cat. He knows too, like, he can sense, like, okay, mommy needs a little bit of extra cuddles because she's on edge. And so no, like, I don't feel guilty for needing time alone. Like, I have to give so much to everybody every day, other people every day, and so I need that time by myself to just be. So no, I don't. Does your husband ever get jealous of your solo days? No, he doesn't. Not at all. I would say he has a solo date like every single day. It's really like his hobby, what he enjoys for leisure. Like, he loves video games. They have a whole league. And so, like, for him, he has a lot of solo time. And then being that he does work from home, he has a lot of time to just be. So, like, I'm not in the house to bother him and, you know, be all up on him wanting cuddles and stuff. And so no, absolutely, he does not get jealous of me needing my solo dates. If anything, he's like, go on to do a solo date so I don't have to be nagging him or bothering him. But whatever. What's one solo date that surprised you the most? Ooh, so this is probably still one of my favorite solo dates. You're probably gonna hear me talk about it a lot, but the one solo date that surprised me the most was I bought a floor ticket like an hour or so before the Burna Boy concert. I have been looking at those concert tickets for a while, but, like, you know, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna go, I'm gonna go, who am I gonna go with? But then the day of, I had a whole solo date by myself. I just piddle paddle, went to a coffee shop, don't even drink coffee, went to get my nails done, went to the Goodwill window shop. And so I was looking at the tickets. My best friend was like, if you want to go somewhere, get the tickets on the day of as it gets closer to the show because they'll be cheaper. So I was looking at them, and then I snagged a floor seat ticket for $100 to the Burna Boy concert, and didn't even bother trying to put no makeup on, trying to get cute. I just had on what I wore all day. My husband was my Uber driver. He drove me downtown, walked in, had the time of my life. at that Burna Boy concert. And then he brought out Toni Braxton. So yeah, that's hands down the most surprising solo date that I've had to date. All right, y'all, that was so good. I know that I only touched on a few questions, and so I do have part 2 coming. So let me know below if any of those questions surprised you, or what other questions that you might have for me about solo dates. Hopefully this encouraged you to start thinking about what ways you can pour into yourself by going on solo dates, whether they're in the house or out of the house in 2026 and beyond. If you are looking for ways to date yourself, make sure you grab my free guide, the Self-Love Itinerary 50 Solo Dates that you actually want to do. I have them divided into categories. It's free $99. Go ahead and click the link below. And be sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with someone, and come back for part 2.